David, those are all brown trout. What is good, my friends? Welcome back. It is great to have you. I am just about ready to pick up my cousin David, and we are going to hit the first county on our all-county tour in Pennsylvania. This is nothing too special. What's going on, dude? What's some of these? Good morning.
5:45.
Good deal. You ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Again, my old boss, dude. He's like, as long as you catch something, you can take off work.
Yeah, that's high pressure.
So I'm like, so when I come back, how does that work? And he's like, nah, I'm just go ahead and take off. Oh, this is a nice creek, Schuylkill River. That is a
all day, yeah.
Good deal. David's the maps man.
Yes, I am.
What's about 2 minutes left, David?
2 minutes.
2 minutes until we reach the parking lot, and we are game on. How would you describe it? Central Berks, maybe, David?
This is north.
Northern Berks, okay. So, oh, there is a lot of people here. Is this it, David?
Well, I mean, this would be one spot. There's a waterfall right there.
All right.
A little one.
I'll tell you what, guys. To start this all-county tour around Pennsylvania, there's something to be said about it. We are fishing a body of water that is completely new to me, completely new to David, outside of basic research online. It's considered a Class A trout stream. So maybe trout 3 inches, 5 inches, 7 or 8 inches if it's a big one. But we're just gonna rig up a little bit, and we'll see you guys down at the stream. You excited, dude?
Of course. How could I not?
The woods, the stream, first impressions of the stream looks like it's very, very, very small. But I know that there's trout in here. It's one of those streams where you kind of have to work for the trout a little bit. You might have to hike back, and the holes aren't like every 10 feet. It might be every 20 yards or so. Using a tiny beadhead, pheasant tail beadhead nip. This hole looks really good. It's actually one of the better holes in this entire stream so far. I thought I'd go ahead and tell you guys how the day is kind of going right now. And this stream right behind me, let me tell you, this small little tributary, it's tough. That's just kind of what these hidden kind of secret, these tucked away streams are like. When you enter a new tributary, enter a new body of water, enter a new county or state or wherever you're fishing, there's always a learning curve. Until you figure out the area and where these spots are at and how to fish the spots, there's always this learning curve. And right now we're on that learning curve. Now we haven't caught anything, but that doesn't mean that we're not gonna have fun. That doesn't mean we're gonna have a blast. We're out here to have fun and learn and challenge ourselves and explore different bodies of water around all across the state of Pennsylvania. And if we can catch one fish, man, that is a good day in of itself, fishing a new body of water that, quite frankly, you don't know how it's gonna go. So one fish is the goal for today, one fish. Even not, we are still having fun. We decided to go down, back to the truck, head out and find a different stream. He was fishing, I was fishing. We kind of came to the conclusion this stream there's a lot of holes that are very, very tough to fish. You know, fly rod fishermen, you kind of need a little bit of room. We're using rods that are like 7 feet, 8 feet, 7 feet is in that 8 foot range or whatever. It's hard to cast. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna head back to the truck. There's a couple streams I had on my list of streams to hit in this place. And so what we're gonna do is find a new one and hope for the best. Alrighty guys, well we are back in spot number 2 in Berks County, Pennsylvania. This is a lot bigger section than the last section, so we're fishing 2 completely different waterways, really. The other one was so small. This stream has browns and rainbows. It's so much bigger than the last stream. A lot carries trout all year from the research we've done. My tip for the day is do your research, because really these all-county tours would not be possible if you don't do your research on the areas and figure out what streams are good that time of the year And we looked it up online, and it seemed like people were still catching a lot of fish here. Here we go, guys. See you down in the river. Definitely a bigger water than what we were at last time. Oh, this has to have trout in it, David.
Yeah.
It looks so good. Over there's a nice hole too. I really like that hole. That's a good spot. Fish this rock. Best of my ability. On a big water that's 30 yards across, man, you want to use something that has some whip into it. You know? Just so you can mend your stuff properly, get the cast you need. Of course, there's a lot of people that fish this section too, so you kind of have to trial and error everything. Oh, it came off. What do you think it was? It was a chub. David just caught he actually caught 2 chubs and missed a nicer little fish. But there's some rises over right around here. There's some rises, and he's trying to see if he can catch whatever is rising. We think they're chubs, but it's hard to say. Chubs are a little weird sometimes. David and I are still grinding away. He's back there, but we're coming up to a few good holes right beside up track there on that island, little peninsula looking thing. There's a nice cut, nice kind of shady deep hole next to these rocks. And it's kind of the better spot I've seen this entire section of water. We don't have tons and tons of water to fish, you know, with specific spots, but I'm kind of hoping we can get on one, at least one here, before we go ahead and move to our one final spot. But I'm just gonna kind of flip a cast right here, closest to me. So as I work over there farther, I don't interrupt any fish that could have been right here. You got to fish closest to you and work your way across. And then up top there, we have 3 or 4 nice riffles we can fish. I haven't seen any trout, which is kind of like a sad, not necessarily the best. Doesn't mean that there aren't any in here, but water's very, very clear. Right in there. It's nice and quiet, away from people. Try to cast farther away from me. Oh! Wasn't a trout though. Just got hung up, that's all it was. I'll tell you guys, this is a tough day. And that just goes to show though, like every day that you're out fishing is not easy. And part about making these videos for you guys isn't always just catching fish. It always isn't just having the greatest day in the world, because that's not reality. Reality is sometimes you gotta work for it. Sometimes it takes hours and takes days and takes miles of walking and research and thinking and planning and thousands upon thousands of casts to really figure out an area. And I only have a day or even 3 days to fish a certain county. So through research, I have to kind of pick out which areas I want to fish. And it might not always work out. It might not always go as planned, but that's kind of just the reality of life. And life can throw some curveballs in you, no doubt, especially right now. This is the first real trip of this entire all-county tour that we're gonna do across the state of Pennsylvania. It's a struggle, especially this being the first episode. Man, I don't know what's gonna come next. I don't know how the fishing is gonna be in the rest of the counties, but I do think you just make it more of a real life experience for other people. You say, hey, this is what I was doing. I went to the body of the water, had a blast, caught some fish, had a good time. That's it. You don't have to just catch tons of fish. One fish is just fun. No fish is as fun as catching tons of fish for me. And that's what we're doing out here with cousin David. We're doing something that will last a lifetime. We're doing something for you guys. If you guys are in Berks County, or if you guys are in any other county across the state of Pennsylvania, or even if you live outside of Pennsylvania but you want to fish in Pennsylvania, go ahead and message me on Instagram, or message me down below in the comments saying, hey, message me, I live in the area, I make videos too, would you want to collab? Because I would absolutely like to collab with you. I have a whole list of counties that I want to fish. We're going to fish all of them, of course, but you know, we can't do them all at once. But I would love to get in contact with you, and maybe we can make a video together in the county that you love. I'm from Pennsylvania, but I know so little in comparison to what's out there in this beautiful state. David, those are all brown trout. No, David, look, right there. Those are all brown and rainbow trout. There was one following it. They aren't going anywhere, that's the thing. You wanna give it a shot? What else should I try?
I don't know.
A midge?
Go for it, yeah. There's Wyatt tying up.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for you guys to see on the big camera, of course, but I hopefully got some underwater footage of those. There was like 12 or so trout, all rainbows and brown trout, all in the same size of between 12 inches and probably 14 or 15 inches, just chilling right in the, I mean, it was like out of the main water system. It was like a tributary that was all warm, and I don't even know why they were in there, but it was the funniest thing. No fish?
No fish.
Oh man, it looked good back there. Yeah, but
it's deep though, and it's hammered. That's the problem.
It's hammered, yeah, and that's absolutely.
I mean, you can tell. What? There's two guys right up ahead of us.
Yeah. We're just talking about how today went a little bit here. Of course, we're gonna maybe say some things on the way back home, but it was. David had a guy like 20 feet from him. I mean, it was maybe not 20, but it was 2 pickup trucks. It looked like beside this place where we were fishing, man. It gets absolutely hammered. The reports say things are good, but when you come down here, you might not be fishing the right spot, or might not be fishing the right things. But I do think we were fishing the right things because both the baits that we were used in the past are pretty good.
Yeah, we got the streamer section. Got nymphs, right? All the brown, boring stuff.
That's a typical Pennsylvania and
junk flies. Junk flies.
They're junk flies. Oh, dude, I didn't even see that there. That's sweet. I didn't even see
green weenies, mop flies.
Dude, why didn't you throw a weenie today? That would have killed them.
Yeah.
That's the reason why we didn't catch anything.
Get down. They're not heavily weighted.
Oh, they're not. They don't have. They don't have.
Mops might have worked.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about the old sand wands?
And then.
That's pretty good stuff.
Yep. So that's the box. Soft tackles, wet flies,
nice.
Stone flies, caddis. Tied these suckers. Yep.
You tied those ones?
These 2 right here.
Good deal, dude.
Did
you ever catch a fish on it?
Nope.
I only tied a few flies in my lifetime.
Something to do in the winter.
Yes, sir.
When
you're in your deer stand.
When you're hunting.
When you're hunting. Alright guys, well we are wrapping up. We are heading back to Lancaster County, Berks County, Pennsylvania. That was where we're at. Quite frankly, it was a struggle. But for today, in Berks County, there's a few things we learned. One, the bodies of water that we fish, we know that there's trout there. But what was the problem, Dan?
The first one was too small, too brushy. At least in the area that we looked, in the hour that we spent there. Second, way too many people, and we were in kind of a flat section.
I mean, even in the small creek, there's great reviews of these rivers online, even current reviews. David, what flash were you using?
I was using a hare's ear, beadhead hare's ear, and a woolly bugger.
I was using a beadhead hare's ear, pheasant tail, a little streamer, and then every now and then I throw a caddis on if I saw a rise. I don't know. Of course, you guys might know a little more than we do. But with that being said, I want to share with you guys also the verse for the week. It's a very simple verse. It can be found in Luke chapter 21, verse 19. Very simple and something you guys can memorize. Jesus said these words to his disciples, kind of telling them what's going to happen to them because of following Jesus. He said, hey, you're going to be persecuted. People are going to dislike you. People are going to hate you. And you might not have the words to say. You might not know what to say. But he says, essentially, I will be with you. I'll give you the words to say. But at the bottom of that one area, that verse 19, it says, stand firm and you will win life. Very, very strong. And that's something we can use in our everyday life. We stand firm for what we believe in, stand firm with our faith in Jesus, and we will get through it. Very, very simple. And something to memorize and something to incorporate in your day-to-day struggles and day-to-day blessings. Stand firm and you will win life. That being said, I'll see you guys in another episode of Fishing. It's a great, beautiful state of Pennsylvania.